Damn.
The World Wide Web, the world's core information retrieval system, is definitely the greatest technological revolution mankind has ever seen. But did you know the early internet was born to be decentralized? The core order of the internet, its use, was open source. Hi there, I'm Darren Wheatley from 4EVERLAND. In today's video I'll be sharing everything you need to know to understand the difference between Web 2.0 and Web 3.0, how it all began and where it is being used today. Well, it all began in the 90s when a European researcher and computer scientist, Berners-Lee, first proposed three fundamental technologies: HTML, HTTP, and URL. That later became the foundation of the web we use today. By the mid-1990s, the introduction of web browsers such as Netscape Navigator ushered in the era of Web 1.0. This was the age of static web pages, retrieved from servers. Being static in nature gave users very little opportunity to interact, although Web 1 did improve online banking and trading. But its bland web pages needed to be replaced. This introduced the way for Web 2.0, and it's known for its interactivity, social connectivity, and user-generated content. Web 2 became, and still is, increasingly popular. With Web 2, everything came instantaneous. User-generated content could be viewed by millions of people around the world virtually in an instant. This is the secret sauce of the current internet, also known as Web 2, and also one of its biggest flaws. You see, Web 2, the current internet, was built to connect, not to last. There is nothing permanent about the current internet. This is starting to become a big problem. It's entirely centralized and controlled by mega corporations' servers that have the sovereignty to hold, sell, edit, or manipulate, and even shut down our data and censor it. These things are happening now and will only get worse over time. Web 2 is considered unhealthy and highly centralized, risk-prone as users are not in control, and the network is also isolated from others. It is also riddled with security breaches, privacy violations, and data misuses. It erodes users from making meaningful choices, as well as destroys competition for new entrepreneurs to thrive. Users' personal information are stored in large data centers and databases controlled by a handful of internet giants. That is why Web 2 needs to be replaced by its smaller sibling Web 3, as it overcomes the very issue of security and privacy and helps nurture a healthy and balanced internet. As the next generation internet paradigm, Web 3 will bring us a fairer, freer, and more open internet. In the new and fair internet, Web 3, powered by blockchain technology, cryptography, and other things such as IPFS, it will be possible to store data in a decentralized, safe, and secure manner. Personal information will no longer be stored in the large data centers and databases of companies, but rather be under users' control while still being able to use the service. Web 3, the next generation internet infrastructure, is honest, reliable, and more transparent and decentralized. The core of decentralization is that no one person or organization has the power or control over the platform. Today, most platforms control or impose limits on what content should be used, hosted, and owned. Web 3 will not only return control back to its users, meaning users will be able to access data from anywhere, but it will also focus more on web interactions and limits and controls users' content, turns the web into a big database, focuses on organizing data in a meaningful way, and keeps the data secure and private by using advanced technologies. In a decentralized blockchain network, users' data will be permanently stored in a tamper-proof, censorship-resistant, and permissionless way. This will drastically reduce personal data breaches. To hack this information, you'll need to hack most of the computers at the same time, and that's a tough thing to do. So, it's a decentralized ledger that stores data in blocks that are cryptographically linked together in an unchangeable chain that preserves their chronological order. Blockchain technology provides a perfect solution with decentralized addresses as accounts, smart contracts for self-deployment, and access, as well as tokens that flow autonomously and frictionless. The possibilities are endless. With the help of blockchain and IPFS, you can now store things such as photos, music, videos, paintings, medical records, and finances permanently, and even track presidential voting processes, as it is very accountable. Here at 4EVERLAND, we provide a distributed, highly efficient, self-motivated, and low-cost data hosting gateway based on the fundamental technologies of Ethereum and IPFS. We can help you make that smooth leap from Web 2 to Web 3, and will help store your information in a secure way by the decentralization of data through the blockchain technology. So, come liberate yourselves from the constraints of centralization. Reimagine and support the decentralized Web 3.0 by becoming part of the Foreverland community, the unbiased decentralized Web 3. Come and try Foreverland's hosting platform to access your projects faster, prevent storage fraud, and get more efficient content distribution. It's free for personal use. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something in the process. I bring you videos every single week, so do subscribe to the Foreverland channel. See you next time.
Damn.